Hello, I am Dr. Nayan. You are watching Biodesk. In our last video, we have discussed the concept of classification under the chapter Biodiversity. Continuing this chapter, we have to discuss today the concept of two kingdom and five kingdom classification. The system of dividing the entire living world into two major groups is called two kingdom classification. The two groups of living forms, Plantae and Animalia, have been recognized since Aristotle in the 4th century BC. He recognized two groups of organisms on the basis of movement, feeding mechanism, and growth pattern. This system groups prokaryotes, algae, and fungi with the plants and moving, feeding protozoa with the animals. The kingdom Plantae included all the organisms having no locomotion, spreading and highly branched appearance, autotrophic nutrition, and a cellulose cell wall. It included all the green plants, mosses, fungi, lichen, and bacteria. The kingdom Animalia included all the organisms having locomotion, compact body, heterotrophic nutrition, and no cellulose cell wall. It included all the protozoans and multicellular animals. The concept of two kingdom classification was proposed by Carolus Linnaeus 1707-1778. Due to certain drawbacks in two kingdom classification, the modern scientists tried to develop five kingdom classification. The two kingdom classification included non-green plants and green plants together in the same group. Similarly, unicellular and multicellular animals were kept in kingdom Animalia. Certain organisms having confused position. The system of classifying all the living organisms into five major groups or kingdoms is referred as five kingdom classification. It was proposed by R.H. Whitaker in 1969 AD. It has been developed to remove the drawbacks of two kingdom classification. It explains the gradual evolution of different groups of organisms in a more reasonable way. This concept has gained worldwide acceptance. The main criteria used for developing the five kingdom classification are as follows. These include cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, trophic level, and phylogeny. Phylogeny means evolutionary relation of organisms. The cell structure includes prokaryotes and eukaryotes both. So in this concept, prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms were separated. According to body organization, unicellular and multicellular organisms have been separated. And when we think about mode of nutrition, autotrophic and heterotrophic organisms have been separated. Producers, consumers, and decomposers have been kept in different groups. Thus, the five different kingdoms of living organisms, according to R.H. Whitaker, are Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, and Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Monera includes unicellular prokaryotic organisms like bacteria. Kingdom Protista includes unicellular eukaryotic organisms like amoeba, volvox, euglena. Kingdom Fungi includes mostly multicellular eukaryotic decomposers like mushroom, mucor, yeast. Kingdom Plantae included multicellular eukaryotic producers like bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Kingdom Animalia includes multicellular eukaryotic consumers like poriferans, coelentrates, and up to chordates. The various old groups of two kingdom classification have been redistributed rearranged. Protozoa has been included under kingdom Protista because protozoans are unicellular and eukaryotes, and remaining all multicellular animals have been divided into different groups, and you know them, the Porifera, Coelenterata, like that. So according to new concept, kingdom Animalia has been divided into two major groups on the basis of body organization: cellular level and tissue organ or organ system level. Organisms having cellular grade of body organization have been kept under the phylum Porifera. However, other organisms having tissue, organ and organ system level, they have been divided into two major groups on the basis of their body symmetry: radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry. Animals with radial symmetry have been kept in phylum Coelenterata. All multicellular animals having bilateral symmetry have been divided into three major groups on the basis of coelom, the body cavity. Organisms or animals which have no coelom in their body, they are called acoelomate. Animals with false coelom are called pseudocoelomate, and animals having true coelom are called coelomate or eucoelomate. Acoelomate organisms have been kept under phylum Platyhelminthes, pseudocoelomate animals under the group Nemathelminthes, and coelomate organisms further kept under different phyla on the basis of other features. And these different phyla are Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata and Chordata. Thus, in animal kingdom, according to modern concept, 9 different phyla are there, out of which first 8 phyla are invertebrates, and the last one, Chordata phylum, includes vertebrate animals. And out of all these different groups, Porifera is the least developed group of multicellular animal, while Chordata is the highest developed group. We have to study the general characters and classification of all these different groups one by one. And remember, they are phylum Protozoa, including amoeba and paramecium-like creatures; phylum Porifera, that includes sponges; phylum Coelenterata includes hydra, jellyfish; Platyhelminthes includes flatworms; and the phylum Nemathelminthes is the group of roundworms. Phylum Annelida includes earthworm and leech. Arthropoda phylum includes insects, spiders, prawn, crab. Phylum Mollusca includes snails, octopus. Phylum Echinodermata includes starfish, sea urchin. And phylum Chordata includes fish to humans. Out of these different groups, Protozoa is the least developed group, Chordata highest developed group. Echinodermata is the smallest group, and Arthropoda is the largest group. In our next video, we shall study the general characters and classification of all these different phyla one by one in detail. That's all for today. See you in the next one. Thank you.